This is our year. Grab a Legend in Tears t-shirt over at my shop at Fourth Wall today to celebrate the year in which Legend is reforged. Can you feel it? Tears of the Kingdom rapidly approaching. Despite that, we know a little next to nothing when it comes to the game's mechanics and what it will entail. But honestly, I hope one thing that Nintendo talks about when it comes to Tears of the Kingdom before the game releases is crafting and synthesis for weapons and possibly more. Despite how great Breath of the Wild was, robust synthesis and crafting was something that was very weirdly missing. I put out a video of my top 10 Wild Boy hopes for Tears of the Kingdom, and you guys really liked it, specifically one aspect of the video which is weapon crafting and synthesis, in which I talked about some really cool ideas that will be awesome to introduce in Tears of the Kingdom that wasn't in Breath of the Wild. But that was only the tip of the iceberg. I have more in store when fleshing out these ideas in this video. So be sure to like, share, and most importantly subscribe to HMK and check out the top 10 video if you haven't seen it already. Things are about to get wild. Breath of the Wild. So let's begin, let's dive right into the noise. Off the bat, I know that some of y'all get attached to certain weaponry when playing Breath of the Wild, where you wish it lasted a little bit longer, and sometimes some of y'all didn't even use the weapon because you didn't want to see it break. So it was really weird that the game didn't offer weapon repairing. Like, you have that really cool flame blade, but you want to see it last a wee bit longer. Take it to a shop and offer up a ruby, and there you go, completely repaired. So I'm gonna need to see a function like that in Tears of the Kingdom. And going off that idea, we really need to see more robust crafting in terms of weaponry for Tears of the Kingdom. In Breath of the Wild, they danced around that a little bit with the ancient gear, but that was it. Come on, Nintendo, how are you gonna introduce something like that and not go off the rails with it? In Tears of the Kingdom, give us the ability to craft our favorite weaponry and craft weaponry that you can only obtain through crafting. You can't find it in the overworld. That would really build up the longevity of the game. And like I pointed out in the previous video, also give us weapon crafting paths. You know, a bunch of games do it already, like Kirby, in which, for example, let's take a flame blade. You can upgrade it into a molten flame blade, which will give you more overall hard-hitting attack power, or a holy flame blade, which will help you smite undead and malice enemies. The sky is truly the limit when it comes to these paths for each individual weapon that may have been introduced in Breath of the Wild or are new entirely to Tears of the Kingdom. But hey, I talked about this already in my top 10 hopes for Tears of the Kingdom. But wait, there's more. Picture this. Weapon recipes as rewards in secret caves or hidden parts of a dungeon or the overworld in Tears of the Kingdom. Make sure you look in every nook and cranny because you might find a treasure chest that contains a recipe otherwise not known to your knowledge in order to create some secret awesome weaponry. And maybe some clothes. Imagine finding your first new weapon recipe and then itching to put it together, but then you have to find all the components. This would be an incredibly cool incentive for players to rediscover this world of Hyrule that is already pretty much known to us in terms of the overworld, not to mention the sky and possibly the underground. And when it comes to those components, imagine high-level weapon components as rewards for clearing caves or shrine equivalents in Tears of the Kingdom. Not only will this add to the incentives, but it would help circumvent the overabundance of weapon prizes, rupees, etc, etc. It will play more into finding things like ancient cores when you clear a shrine. Of course, this can also be rewards for quests hidden in the overworld, etc, etc. And you know, it could be possible that Nintendo can support Tears of the Kingdom long after release by giving free updates that include more and more weapon crafting recipes, so they can add even more weapons and new weapon crafting paths. And if they want to get wilder, they can even add online support in trading recipes with our friends if there's enough. Kind of like Animal Crossing. I just hope it doesn't lead to some weird market online. You guys remember ramen in boxes? Robust synthesis and crafting, not just for weaponry, was something that was oddly missing from Breath of the Wild. So for Tears of the Kingdom, not only they should incorporate it, but go above and beyond with it, especially considering that we're going to have a bigger world that's going to encompass the original overworld, the sky, and possibly the underground. So if we're dealing with that, Nintendo really does need to give us bigger compensation in terms of exploring this vast, updated world. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of my ideas when it comes to weapon repair, synthesis, crafting, and more. Be sure to check out my top 10 hopes for Tears of the Kingdom, and if you want to see another hope fleshed out, leave a comment in the comment section below. And while you're at it, be sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more Zelda content every week leading into the release. Don't forget to check out my Patreon and to grab a new shirt based on a legend in Tears at my shop at Fourth Wall. The link is in the description box below. Alright guys, until the next Zelda video, until the next video on Tears of the Kingdom, this has been your boy HMK, and I'll check you guys later.